So let's start. First of all, about me, I just run my own agency for 5 years, and before that I used to work for Microsoft and was responsible for social media there. And there I first knew about social selling as a method, how it works, what it does, and I started helping salespeople and business development people to implement these techniques and some other employees to build their personal brands on social media. And I realized that this is the business I want to do the whole days and even on the weekends. And I started my own agency. As for the MENA region, we work a lot with this region and generate leads and build personal brands of our clients here. And actually, there are a lot of different definitions what countries include the MENA. To the MENA region, and actually this is Middle East and North Africa, and this is one of the versions what kind of countries are included to this region. But there are a lot of different lists, but this is one of the versions of that. Actually, if we are talking about MENA on LinkedIn, we have 53 million users on LinkedIn. This is a lot. And 1 million plus active users who posted on LinkedIn in the last 30 days. Of course, not all of the users, they post and they build their personal brands on LinkedIn. And this is the opportunity, actually. We need more people who post and are active on LinkedIn. But in general, people, if they don't post, they read the messages anyway. So you can, for example, reach out to them and start the communication with them, or they scroll their news feeds and they read some others' posts. And almost 1 million companies are represented in MENA region. They are registered on LinkedIn and they are also active there because they post some companies updates. So you can also follow them and maybe get some insights on what's going on in these companies. I would like to share some interesting specifics about the region. For example, on LinkedIn profile design, we noticed several trends. For example, the first trend is the quite formal profile design. I mean, in terms of profile picture, it's usually in business suits and very stylish for most of the speakers, for top managers, for example. And also there are a lot of people who post some inspirational quotes on their profile cover photos and in the posts. Actually, it doesn't mean that you should do it, but these are some main trends we noticed in the region. And actually many people also reflect their profession, what they do in their profile, for example, in some visuals. This is also an interesting trend. Some other trends are, for example, headlines. They include not just your job position and company. Sometimes they include some your professional achievements to emphasize it, to show it, to build trust. This is important to show some of your professional achievements. And as for about section, we usually notice that people post some big ideas and their big goals. So they actually think big, and this is inspiring. And there are a lot of interesting about sections here. And actually, this is some interesting things about profile design, but I would like to talk about some case studies. Most of our case studies of our agency, they are about lead generation on LinkedIn. Why? Because our clients, this is their main purpose usually, to generate leads, to bring new business, to maybe enter in new markets. This is why, we have lead generation case studies, and I will be sharing them with you. But other speakers we have, they will be talking mostly about the personal brand building, not only for lead generation, but for other purposes. Actually, I would like to talk about social selling as a method, how it works, and what kind of steps we have here. First, we start with connecting with your right people, with your ideal customers or partners, or maybe if you would like to build your personal brand for some other reasons, it can be your potential employee or someone else. Then you post relevant content and you build trust and build your expertise on social media. Then you start building relationships, you interact with these people, put some reactions, comments, maybe even endorse someone's skills. And then you start the conversations, because it's very important on LinkedIn to be in the conversation in the private messages. Because if you just broadcast your content, for example, without any interactions with people, usually you can have some leads, of course, but if you have the private conversations, it's much more effective in terms of leads, in terms of interested people in your proposal, in you maybe as an expert, as an employee, depending on your goals. So yeah, please start personal conversations in messages. I would like to talk about some definitions here, because in our case studies, we'll have some results and you need to understand what these results mean. First of all, connection. Connection is the top of the funnel, how many connections we have in our profile, how many new connections we have, and connection rate is the metric of the percentage, how many connections we've got, yes, and how many people approved our connection requests. The second is interest. Interest is, for us, as a definition, is a target audience representative who asks specific questions about your area of expertise, about your product or service, or they can request additional information and they can share their emails and ask you to send this information to them. And lead, this is the most important stage in our social selling work. This is a target audience representatives who shows interest in your area of expertise, in your product or service, and is willing to have a call or meeting to discuss it. Actually, if we are talking about MENA region, here offline meetings are preferable because people, they really feel better connection, of course, if they meet offline, so it's better. But of course, for the first connection, it's okay to meet online, to have a call and discuss first things. The first case study I would like to share with you, this is about fast delivery services. We worked with this project for 9 months and we continue doing it. Our target audience here is CEOs, COOs, heads of logistics, and head of e-commerce. And the geography of this project is United Arab Emirates. Actually, the industries are different. Actually, this is actually a mistake because industries here are retail and e-commerce. I will change it when I share it to you. And here we have quite exceptional results because with just one LinkedIn profile, we have more than 200 leads, interested people, and almost 200 leads during this 9-month project. And it means that we have approximately 27 interested people per month and approximately 21 leads per month. So it means calls. And for one profile, it's a great result because of limitation of LinkedIn. And it means that the profile works well. And it means that actually the proposal of this company works well too. And it's very relevant to the companies we work with. I would like to show you some templates on messages which we use, because I think that it's important to have some actual templates you can also use for your business. And here is an example. We start with connection, like happy to connect, yeah, and then we explain. First of all, we introduce ourselves and we mention even previous role and previous company, because sometimes it's very important to show your expertise and your experience. if especially if you worked at some maybe well-known brand. Also, we do some short description on what you offer, what we offer, and we explain it in details and give some advantages for business. And at the end, we ask for 15 minutes Zoom meeting. Of course, it can be longer than 15 minutes. For example, it can be 30 minutes to start, but if we see that it's 15 minutes meeting, people tend to say yes, because actually it's very easy to do it. It's very easy to start with this short meeting and continue. The next case study is about video analytics system. Duration of this project is 5 months. Our target audience is chief technical officers, chief information officers, and partner directors from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Bahrain. And they are from system integrators here. And our goal here, we also build new connections with quite high connection rates and generate some interested target audience representatives and some leads with whom we had calls and meetings. Here, of course, we have not such exceptional results as the previous case, but here we also have quite many interested people and leads, 61 interested and 36 leads in 5 months. And the message example is here too. We also introduce ourselves. We also provide some information about the service and some problems it can solve. And we suggest scheduling a call. Maybe these messages, they sound too salesy, maybe too direct, but in our experience on LinkedIn, these kind of messages, they work best because people, they don't want to have long conversations without, you know, without the goal, without the purpose. This is why, yeah, they tend to reply better. They tend to agree to have a call or have a meeting if you are very clear in terms of your goals and intentions. The next case study is recognition and input of primary documentation. And this is 3 months project where we tested actually the market, and we've got a lot of feedbacks from the market representatives. It was in United Arab Emirates and India, and the target audience was accountants and chief accountants here from different industries. And there we got 170 interested target audience representatives and 26 leads with whom our client had calls, and they got a lot of information about the markets, about how accountant process works, and they even changed some things and developed their products to be more suitable for these markets. So it was kind of a research project, not just lead generation project. And the most effective message template here contains 2 parts. First, we start with this intriguing part that we are going to ask some questions to this person, and when they agree to get our questions, we continue, and we actually suggest to have a call. For us, it was very important to have a call with them to collect the information, and we needed to do this very fast. And after that, of course, maybe change something in the product or in the offer. And also here at this project, the lead generation mechanics in LinkedIn groups, they work very well because, for example, we could organize a poll in groups where we listed some competitors, and people, they voted for the accounting programs they really work with. And based on this information, we could come to them with some specific, some personalized messages based on their answer. Because if they, for example, answered that they use some competitors, we can use this information and create the message where we are explaining why we are better than this competitor. And if they, for example, say that they don't use anything, we can just start fresh and suggest them to talk about implementing some solution for counting processes. So this is how it works. And actually, one more case study about our agency experience, because we also try a lot of things on our own. For 3 months, we had this experiment. We were generating leads for our agency in MENA, in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, and Kuwait. And actually, we were interested in marketing directors, marketing managers, and business development representatives from large and medium companies, mostly in IT, but in logistics, telecom, and automotive industries as well. And here we've got 25 interested people, approximately 8 per month, and 14 leads, approximately 5 per month. So it's not like a lot of leads, but these were very warm connections, and we continue communication with them. And yeah, it's LinkedIn is a very good way to start your communication with the audience. So I would like to show your template too. Our template starts with also with the name of the person, and we just say that it's a pleasure to meet you virtually, etc. And we are mentioning problem and solution of this problem, and then explain what's the method we use and some results of our clients, and what kind of partnerships with what kind of clients we work with. And we also suggest to have a call. Now we also test some different tactics, and maybe we'll share them in some of our future webinars. But this is one of the messages we used at that experiment. Actually, one more case study from Turkey, actually, because Turkey is not usually included to MENA. It depends on the classification, but in some classifications, it's included. So we thought that it would be interesting also to talk about this project, because this is an interesting project and with quite good results. This is a 6-month project, and we continue to work with it, but in different locations, because we, for example, worked at Turkey for 6 months, and then we changed the location because this is the global logistics company and it works in many regions. Our target audience here is e-commerce directors, commercial directors, chief executive officers, from Turkey, as I mentioned, and from e-commerce and retail companies. And here we had a very high connection rate. People, they just accepted connection requests, and they love it. Probably it's because of the profile design, or maybe this is about the open people in this industry. And we've got 76 interested target audience representatives, approximately 13 per month, and 43 leads, approximately 7 per month. Actually, for LinkedIn, it's a good result because these people, these leads, they are from large businesses. So this is why all of them are very valuable for the company we work with. And this is important to have them. Actually, this is an example of one of the messages. We start with some local greetings on the local language, merhaba, actually, in Turkish. And then we continue, we introduce ourselves, talk about the company and some facts and numbers, and we continue with our offer and with some details on how we do it usually. And after that, we suggest to discuss potential partnership. So this is how the script is structured. And as a conclusion for the MENA region on LinkedIn, what's important? Cultivating relationships is important. If you build relationships with people in the region, it's crucial. Focus on creating your authentic connections actually, this is why we brought the speakers that will be after me. I will introduce them because they build real, authentic connections with their audience, and this is brilliant. It's important to nurture your relationships with your audience on LinkedIn and to provide some value in terms of maybe your expertise, some at least events like this, live streams. It's also about providing your expertise and giving some value. What else is important? It's important to show why you should be trusted. Mention your previous experience, use some regalia, maybe numbers and facts, or your some maybe other things which are important for people to just to understand that you can be trusted. And show your personality. Personal connection, again, I said it already, is very important. This is why it's crucial to share your photos, videos, and some personal and inspirational stories. It's very important. You shouldn't be like distant from your audience. You should be with them, open to them, and it works very well. And actually, from my presentation, yeah, I've finished my presentation. You can ask some questions and also can check our website if you would like to learn more about our case studies or find more case studies. And let's connect on LinkedIn. I've created a QR code for that. Yeah, let's do that.